Hey, family, welcome back to the Port Table, where we spill conversations worth having. Today, I have in the building somebody whose sound has made a big impact on Afrobeat. Somebody who has been giving us hits back to back, from Easy Jeje to I be on a Zumba. By the way, please forgive my voice. But yeah, we have Reekado Banks in the
What's up, Ivy?
building. Hi, thank you for coming on the Port Table.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So on the Port Table, before we dive into anything,
We drink first.
we drink. You know the vibe. He's the vibe. So, and because today we're mostly gonna talk about the new album. We have to cheers to that first. So
Right.
before we go, all right, cheers. Actually, did you look in my eye?
I did.
Okay. Oh, you're aware of the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we're supposed to see.
Okay.
Mm.
Are you more of a drinker, or
Mm-hmm.
you're more of a drinker, like social drinker vibe, or you can just wake up and be like, damn, I feel like a whole bottle of whiskey today?
Maybe not whiskey, but
Oh, so what's your go-to?
I think wine.
Okay. You should have told me that. So I'm more of a wine drinker as well. Red wine. Sit down, sip on my red wine, keep it moving, enjoying my time.
I think white though,
Oh, white wine. Okay. He classy.
because it could get cold. So
It could get cold. You're right.
yeah.
Okay. Nice having you here.
Absolutely.
Once again, welcome. I've been a fan of Reekado Banks from day one, from day one. And I have interviewed you before when you were still with Maven. And I remember I was telling your manager, I remember when I wanted
I
to.
think I remember now.
You remember?
I think it was at the Maven house.
It was at the Maven house.
Okay.
And I remember when I wanted to interview you, I was hustling. Because you're one person that it was almost so hard to reach you. And I remember I would DM you. I will come on your Snapchats every other day. I was like, this guy's probably like, who is this annoying person? I was like, and then finally I remember you responded to me on Snapchat. You was like, oh, here's my manager's number. And then I was like, I called him. I was like, hi, this is Abby. I got your number. But I've been a fan from day one. I've always enjoyed your music. And I feel like you're one of those people that I enjoy the music so much, and I always say he can never do no wrong in my eyes. I love his music, and every single time you drop something, I'm always excited, and that leads us to your upcoming album.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about this new album that's coming out.
So it's called The Game Needs You.
Okay. Okay.
It drops. It drops on the 7th of July.
Okay.
It features a number of incredible talents that practically have made me feel that the game needs me. So talents like Fino, Skibi, Mayoko, Terry Akbala, Weenie, you may not know about her yet, but I'm glad a vast majority will get to know about her from listening to my album. These people came together and just, put their hearts on my project and made it sound as amazing as it does sound to me so far. I mean, not everybody has heard it yet, but yeah,
True.
it feels pretty good.
And I'm sure when everybody else hears it, once you drop it, because one thing about your music is you cannot not like your music.
I'm glad.
It lives in people's head rent free, right? So I believe this new album is going to be a banger. I remember I have a friend when you dropped Ozumba, and I remember a friend was getting married that year. And he was like, Abby, this song is like, when I'm dressing in, I want the song
I
for the
want
after
the song
party.
is good.
Yeah, and he
I
came
like
back.
that.
He came back to Nigeria for the wedding, right? So he was like, the after party when they're bringing in the drinks and the lights. I want to walk in with my boys. That song is a jam. And every person that I have met and, that has spoken about your music, they feel the same way about your music. So, I know you said that it sounds amazing to you, and I'm very sure that a lot of people, your fans, are looking forward to listening to your new project. So what vibes are we expecting with this new project?
Aside from a few songs that are storytelling and like true life storytelling,
Right.
the rest of them are intentional about just spreading positivity and just good vibes and happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
As
what
the
you can.
minister of enjoyment that you are.
I believe so.
I know that's right.
Yes. So
Okay.
I was very intentional about not putting lyrics that would dampen your mood or like remind you of a certain situation. Everything is looking on the bright side about the album.
That's good. So, would you say it's going to reflect a lot of, your current life situation?
Yeah, like I said, there are some songs in there that reflect just how thankful I am for the people that I have around, for the fans. Some other songs describe situations that I have been in and I fought through. So yeah, you can literally say that some of the songs describe some things that I'm going through or I've been through.
Awesome. So, like, you did mention positive vibes and there, so, and also you also talked about the people who, you featured on this album. So who was that one person that you were looking forward to work with the most that is on this album? And like, do you have a favorite song on the album?
I have one that I feel sentimental about, and it's the one that features Winnie. She's a super talent. I had found her music somehow, I don't remember how, but then I had then seen her on IG. I just loved her aesthetic and just how she carried herself, how she portrayed and just expressed her sound. And then I was able to reach out to her through my engineer, and she was open to a collaboration. And I think that one was no respect to everybody on the album, but that one was something that I wanted to make happen and did make happen.
Do you think you feel that way about, this specific artist because of, how Don Jazzy found you and how, he was able to give you a chance, and like, you're like, okay, here I am giving somebody else a chance on my album. And, after, being able to make a name for myself and working hard to be where I am today. Do you think that's the reason why it's a little bit sentimental?
Maybe. But aside just the person featured in the song, the message of the song, and this particular song is one of the songs that I was talking about. I was specifically talking about things that I fought through, and yeah, so it's pretty special to me and my journey.
I really want to listen to it. I cannot wait for this album to drop. And, like, by the way, congratulations, you're a new dad.
I am.
Okay. How are you, like, now that you're a new father, obviously you have a lot more to live for. Because I know, like, man, and he's a boy, you have a son.
He's a boy.
Men and their sons. It's like you guys are always like, yeah, that's my boy. Like, men are different with their sons. Look at him a little happy now that I mentioned that son.
That's
you
my
can
boy.
just tell like he makes your world a lot better. So like now that you're a father, you have a lot more to live for. You have to set, great examples. How did that impact, this new album, if it did at all?
Just wanting to not just this album, it's like everything that is to come concerning like the touring, concerning my lifestyle. And it's like I want to do something that he's gonna see and be proud of and possibly emulate. Yes, so
Daddy vibes. Good example. I know that's right.
Possibly. So I'm those two things are literally big in my hands right now.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
That is so nice. Look at you, like daddy. I love that. I love that for you. So like, I know you did say something about touring. Like, should we expect like tours? Like,
absolutely. We're putting together a Nigerian tour. We're going to Canada in August. We're starting the Nigerian one with Abuja in July now. 18th of July. We're putting together 4 more cities, Lagos included. We're doing, like I said, Canada in August. We're doing 3 cities. We're doing the UK at the end of October. 5 cities. So yeah, exciting
Traveling
times.
everywhere. Look at that. You're not stopping anytime soon.
I don't hope to.
And I love that for you. So like when you're touring, are you coming with your baby?
Likely.
You bet though.
Likely. Likely. Very
because
likely.
I can already tell like you're attached and all that good
Very
stuff.
likely.
That's good. Okay, you should take me on a tour with you too, you know.
Yeah, why
We
not?
could tour together. I like to travel. Just tell me, Abby, pack up your bag. As long as you're paying.
Imagine this. Are you going to? I mean, let's not get into.
I'll be your
too much.
personal assistant. I know you probably
Okay, yeah.
already
So that's
have
what
one.
you're supposed to start with.
Okay.
Before
Are you
the
looking
payment.
for one?
Before the
for
payment. So
one?
you tell me
Are you
what
looking for one?
what value you add to it. Then we'll.
I always add value everywhere I go. Trust me, value is always added, and you get once you invest, you get your ROI, and like you know, you want to invest more, you give me more money. Just be like, Abby, I feel like giving you like $50 million today, like you know,
Absolutely.
that type of shit. Because I know you got it, you're good, like you know. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so you've been in the industry for a really long time, right? So and I know you're also like a business owner, which by the way, if you guys have not checked out Above Lifestyle, I don't know what you guys are doing. Like the vibes, the food, and oh my God, they have hookah. You had me a hookah because I'm a hookah head. Like I went there and I had the food and I was like, Jesus Christ, like I got so much food like for like
Where did you go?
the one in Lekki.
When did you go?
Oh, like a few weeks ago.
Sweet.
I even did video. You know what? You should see why you got. See, I even did video. I
haven't seen.
I even gave you like, listen. No, but for real,
Okay.
like, so I know you. You know, you're a business owner. So if you were not doing music, what would you be doing?
I've been asked this question a bunch of times, but I think I can't think about anything else. I think everything that I've been able to get up to was as a result of the music that I do most comfortably, like most easily. Everything else I need to get as much assistance as I can possibly get.
Imagine.
You know what I'm saying? But for the music, with the music, I'm able to get in there and
It just comes to you naturally.
you know, put my person at the forefront, and it's just great. I can achieve a lot like that. So I'm not able to think of anything I would do.
So you were
if
born
not
to do
for
this
this.
music shit.
I want to do it
Period.
forever.
Okay, so like, you know, like, who is that one artist, either like, you know, here in Nigeria or international, that you really would want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
There's a bunch of them.
Okay.
It's just not one. I'd like to do more stuff with Wizkid. We already did something, but yeah, again would be nice. Chris Brown. I always listen to Chris Brown.
Chris Breezy, I love him.
Yeah. I feel like Kendrick Lamar is an amazing talent,
Oh, yeah, I
and
love
it'd be nice to knock something out.
Okay.
Yeah, just to say a few.
So with the people that you mentioned, aside the fact that you're a great artist yourself, you have great taste in music.
Fair.
So where is one, you know, like maybe show that you would like to headline? It doesn't have to be like a Nigerian, like, you know, maybe like international as well.
There's a bunch of them. I'd like to headline the Afro Nation. It'd be good.
Oh yeah, Afro Nation is always lit.
Coachella would be nice.
Dream big, make that money.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
Abby.
You know, to mention a few. Yeah,
Okay.
those two.
That sounds like a vibe. So like you said, the album is dropping July when?
7th.
July
7
7th.
7.
Okay. All right. So we're anticipating that. All right. And I mean, you know, you just had a son, and we're gonna touch a little bit on the love life.
I was
How's the-
hoping we wouldn't.
Oh my God, he was like, oh shit. Okay, so like we're gonna touch a little bit of, you know, on the love life for the ladies. That's, you know, like, okay, should they back up, like, not back off, like Reekado Banks is taken, or
There's
Yeah.
enough Reekado Banks for everybody.
you people have heard, you heard it here on the port table. There's enough of Reekado Banks for everybody.
Facts.
He said facts. I cannot with you. Okay, good for the ladies. And this, y'all know that. Okay, I know he got a baby, but that's not stopping me. So shoot your
Can
shot.
I get another drink?
It's the pour table. Can we
Pour
get
me
another drink,
some.
please? So, I know like you've probably gotten asked a lot, this question a lot. Who is your favorite Nigerian artist? Because I know you have a really great taste in music. So I'll let you answer that. I'm curious to know what your answer is.
Besides me, because I think
Period. See, if you don't hype yourself, who will? He said, besides me. I was expecting that.
Okay. I think I have. I think I have a top 3.
Okay, I'd like to know them.
So, in no particular order, it would start with Burna Boy, Shay Vibes,
Okay.
Rema.
Okay, I think I kind of know your vibes right now. Like outside of your old music. Okay. See, Shay Vibes, I don't really understand what he be saying.
Oh my goodness.
I don't really understand. And I really want to understand because like with the Afrobeat that I listen to, right? Of course I listen to a lot of Afrobeat, but like some I just don't understand. And I remember I forgot what the song was. Something about oh man, that active. You know that song?
Yeah, that's Ashakedo.
That right.
Yeah.
And then I remember I thought I heard Batty. Like in Patois, Batty means gay.
Oh shit. Oh.
He was like, I didn't know. And I was like, why does he say, I thought it was, oh man, I'm Batty.
No,
I was like,
man.
why is he saying that?
Active.
And then I was really singing it with like confidence. You know when you're singing rubbish with confidence?
Batty bow.
I was like,
this
man.
song is literally titled Active.
Listen, it's like growing up a lot of songs, like even international songs that like, we heard something and we stuck with it. Even when we know the right lyrics, we're like, nah, I prefer. So I was singing and he was like, what are you saying? It's, oh man, I'm active. I was like, oh shit. Like I be chatting shit. So like Asha can't Shay Vibes, he say some stuff. I'm like, what is
so
he
for
saying?
These artists that are my favorite, it's really it's not only about their music that I get to listen to. It's about their work ethic.
Okay.
As well.
Of course, you would know their work ethic.
Yeah,
that's
I think
for
someone like Shay Vibes, I think he's very resilient. I am aware of how he started and just how he pushed and pushed and pushed. I'm aware of when he felt like it was over for Burna Boy and how he just came back and he's now who he is.
Right.
I'm aware of Rema. He literally was in the Maven house while I was there. And just how he had his head down and he was focused on making this music. And now he's who he is. So it's aside the fact that their music is great, it's really about their work ethic.
I love that. Deep.
I try not to be honest.
Yeah, deep. I can tell. Okay, so one last question, right? I mean, the vibe has been very upbeat, but I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer, and I hope I'm not. I know you did lose your mom. I think 2 years ago.
It'll be 3 in September.
Okay, and my condolences, and
thank you.
I just wanted to know, do you think also, going through that, because I feel like losing a family member is something that nobody ever, looks forward to, even though it's inevitable, it's something that would eventually happen at some point in our lives. Do you think her passing affected, this album, or, do you feel like, you were like, I don't even, do you think it kind of changed your perspective about your music and, how you just see life in general?
Yeah, on this album there was at least one reference to her, and I feel lucky to have dreams where she's still alive.
Right.
So if I miss her too much, I just have to sleep. She's alive there.
That's great. That's great. Don't have me crying up in here. I'm a crybaby. Don't do that to me.
I'm sorry.
People know, like, I'm a hot guy. Let's keep it that way. Okay. But, you know, like, I'm excited. I cannot wait to listen, you know, to hear this album.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure you're having, like, you know, a listening party.
I am. You get an invite.
Oh, yeah. You people are there. I
Nah,
get an invite.
For sure.
So, like, you know, we're looking forward to that as well. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to, like, you know, this new album because, like I said, I've always been a fan. I've always loved Reekado Banks. I've always been rooting for you. So I'm excited, you know, to see, you know, you putting this, you know, out because I know that you've worked really hard to do this.
Yeah.
And, yeah, thank you so much for being on the Port Table.
Thank you for having me. It feels so good to be here.
Thank you for being here. You're a vibe, you know. And, you know, drink up. Before we go, we have to finish everything in our glass.
Another cheer.
Another cheer. Cheers to, you know, this new album.
Cheers to purple as well.
And
I see you have like purple going on. And I have
okay.
So imagine something. It feels good.
I know, I'm a sidekick, okay? you just got to know. Cheers to purple. Cheers to this new album.
Cheers to yourself.
Cheers to making money. Cheers to the Port Table.
Absolutely.
All right, you got to chuck it, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
So before we close, right, one thing I like to do on the Port Table, we like to play a little closing game, right?
I like games.
You like games?
The game needs me.
He likes games. Okay. So, you know what? I want to do to you what somebody did to me on this episode. And I felt woefully. And I was embarrassed of myself as a Yoruba girl that I am.
You want me to speak Yoruba?
Amy, no, not that.
Okay.
Maybe a little. So, you are also a Yoruba man, right?
From Ondo State.
Ondo State. You're stubborn, aren't you?
Don't be cliche, please.
That's what they say about Ondo people and Ekiti people, because I'm from Ekiti people. When I tell people that, like, you got to be stubborn, I'm like, low-key I am, so it's okay. Okay. I want you to mention, okay, they told me 5. I'm going to tell you 3. 3 objects in this room in Yoruba.
That's wicked.
Exactly.
Everything. I don't know. Okunrin. Obirin.
No. Objects, not people. Objects.
Oh my loud. Okay.
You cannot
listen. No.
No. You're cheating. Somebody helping you.
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
Tabili.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Lights, Eno.
Okay, you got it. Shout out to Reekado Banks. Thank you for being on the Port Table. You are an absolute vibe, and I cannot wait for your album to drop. I'm looking forward to that album. And you know, we your fans. We're ready, and we're ready to listen to the new music, new vibes, and we know, like, we're not gonna be disappointed.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being on the Port Table, and I will see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace out.